Hey guys, and welcome to the Tuesday stream, where is displaying last week's title. I definitely told that not to start that. Alright, should memes be a bit restrictive here? Yes, Wise. I see that in the Discord chat, which is now going to disappear. I've got to get rid of that. Let me... Kerbal, as seems to be the way, excuse me, Kerbal, as seems to be the way recently, decided that it did not want to load up properly, so it took me like 4 attempts to get here. I don't know what's going wrong exactly, but something is going wrong. Okay, let's just try and click back over so we can see what's going on. So I thought I would join you in the load. Who doesn't want to watch a loading bar go across the screen several times? I mean, that's definitely something that I enjoy in my life. Most of my life is taken up watching loading screens, I reckon. Well, no, most of my life is actually spent playing computer games. So, but, you know, there's a little bit of time spent watching loading bars. A significant amount of time. Hey, Luna, how are you doing out there? Good to see you. How is you and family? Callum, how are you and your family as well, I suppose? I mean, you've not really, like, put the effort into making your family. You kind of just inherited yours. So, I mean, it's not the kind of question you ask to like a child of the family, really, is it? It's like, hey, well, I suppose you do ask how the parents are. I don't know. Interesting notes on social structures there. Hey, Wise, welcome to the chat. Having a nice little talk earlier on in Discord. Okay, let's pop into the main one. Cool. Yeah, Luna's here. Great. Cool. Sweet. Everyone's getting to know who is in the chat right now. Brilliant. It's awesome. It is wonderful. So I'm feeling I'm in this mission. I have got some internets being pulled through. Let's turn that off. For once, my noises were not like overpowering from my phone, so that's pretty good. So we did the Minma scan, did we? Let's go in and have a look at our contracts. We can see that we're at 69 of 75. Very, very close. Very, very close indeed. I'm gonna just leave that alone. So during the advert, big inverted commas, advert on the Discord channel saying, come and help me decide what to fail. Wise, well, I was saying, come and decide me. Come and help decide. Please let me start again. Come and help me decide what to fail at. There we go. There's a sentence that makes sense. Wise has so far suggested magic, which, you know, I failed quite hard at a talent show once trying to show off some magic. That was fun. And he's also mentioned being a doctor, which I also failed at. I got to my A-levels and decided to drop out and go do other things. Okay, so, all right, that's what we got. Doing fine and awesome, all the good and positively charged atoms. Cool. Let's start a little bit of, no, that's going to be awkward. Like, can I do it from here? I want to try and hit the Alt F9 because that's how I start my recording, but it doesn't look like that's actually running in the background. Oh no, this is something that can go badly wrong sometimes. Let me just quickly come into the background. I don't think you guys see this, but if you do, I mean, welcome to my desktop. No, it doesn't look like you are seeing that. Cool. All right, everyone is good. Yeah, oh, please don't suddenly be installing something. Let's go and have a look at some mission control here. I want to know what we're going to be doing today. Explore Kerbin. Dock 2 vessels on or around Kerbin. Oh, well, I think that one might need to be one of the ones we do. What else can we do getting around? We've got biome study of the tundra, of the mountains. I don't think we want any of these, really. More stuff to go with the 2 docking vessels. We could bring... one tourist to low Kerbin orbit. I mean, that could be fun. We could do that. We've got the beginnings of the building the space hotel and building the space casino. The space casino, have you seen these numbers? They are awesome. You know, you 2 docking nodes. Yeah, all right, that's fine. 4 crew. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Crew capacity at least 100. At least. You know, what's this? 100,000 units of energy? I mean, that's going to be something. This doesn't seem right. It shouldn't be Tuesday. It does seem a little bit weird, doesn't it? Yesterday does not seem like a Monday happened. I just have to point that out. We could do the investor tour again. Hey, and Cubic made it as well. I'm just going to quickly jump out. Does anybody else... other installations are running and cannot... Please finish. Oh, no, I can't not record. Okay, well, we're going to have to hit the start recording button there and we'll see what happens with OBS. I've not done the dual record OBS thing before, so it's going to be very interesting. Apparently, England going to help to rebuild Notre Dame, so my question is, when are they going to rebuild your city? Oh, yeah, York, right? Well, you know, Man, I finished my cup of tea for this hour in like 10 minutes. I shouldn't have done that. All right, so let's try and think about this. I think that bringing the one tourist to low Kerbin orbit, the explore Kerbin, there we go. So what we'll do is we'll just launch investigator function satellite rendezvous Sobek and any vessel. Maybe we'll go and see what's up with Sobek later on. But first, we're going to go make ourselves some nice little craft here. So we're going to take one tourist, and the tourist we're going to send up in a roboticized craft. This should be nice and easy. We're literally just going to park him up in a 75-kilometer orbit. Let's just double check to make sure we have got the correct ones. That's just going to tick over in the background. That is also not a failed one, but one we're going to work on. Cubic is off. Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough. So the passenger is there. Okay, we need a pilot. Okay, that's a little bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping we could do without. But does one of these take 2 crew? Yeah, this one takes 2 crew. Look at that. Beautiful. So before we do anything, we're just going to get Bill out of there and we're going to pop Rodold. What a great name, Rodold. We'll do that. Can I... yeah, let's change that guy's clothing. Is there anything else we need to do? I don't think so for now. All right, so what do we need to actually be able to do this? We need to have some docking ports. So let's have a look here quickly and see what we've got for the dock. There we go. I do only have the juniors. It's what I suspected, but that's all right. But that's all right. We can deal with that. I might even go as far as to let's build a little command module on top. I don't know how we want to do that. How want to call this? Maybe the utility module up on top. Something that's got a rechargeable battery pack. Has itself a control core, just because we're not limited on parts or anything, right? I mean, we are, but like 255 part limit is redunculous. Great Space Emu, hello, how are you doing? This is so fake, you can see how he's using a piece of string and fisheye lens to keep the rockets in the air. Shh, no, perfectly still. I mean, like, you can see the curve of the horizon. Don't try and say that. Let's go utility. I'm just going to slap a whole bunch of these around like this, and this should be fine, right? That should be a recoverable craft. Okay, this is no, that's not the one I was trying to click on. Could we get that one? Thanks. So what are we going to call this craft? Let's have a quick name off in the chat. What are we going to call the first commercial vessel? First sort of, well, it's not commercial. First rendezvous craft, that's the one. Adele can let the bird go, that's cool. Confirmation check complete. Every single clock is not agreeing with different clock resynchronizing clocks. Yeah, make sure all your clocks are synchronized. Ideally, you want to go and get your time from some sort of international standards of measure, and then try and carry that around with you. Let's go. Do these come with decouplers? I can't remember. Decouple, enable stage. Okay, so that is that one. Wait, if I'd been observant, I would have known that. So we're just going up to orbit, right? That's the consensus there. So let's go with one of those and a swivel. And oh no, not a swivel. We've got the LV909s. Let's use them. They're actually probably one of my favorite engines in the game. They are, pretty good thrust to weight ratio, which is very important. But more importantly, the efficiency. Oh man, potato melon. Okay, that's interesting. I'm feeling I missed a part of the conversation there. Okay, let's try. I kind of want to widen out. Do we have better engines now? Did I get the better engines, or am I thinking of the Patreon? I was thinking of the Patreon stuff. That was good fun on this weekend. Me and the Patrons all got together and did a little bit of career mode Patreoning. It was good fun. It was good fun. A few people built off some more than they could chew with some of the missions. We lost a few Kerbals, but that's Kerbal, right? That's how it works. That's all good. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything like fancy I need to do with this. I've got a feeling. Let's say this is. That's not how you spell rendezvous, is it? Meeting. I did know once upon a time how to spell rendezvous. Probably good. R-O-N-D-O. No, there's a Z in there. Anyway. Yeah, well, I spent 45 minutes flying to the South Pole. That was cool. The Mun landing was filmed on a stage. I mean, there's definitely not proof of that footage out there. If you look for, I don't know, Kerbal moon landing fake or something like that, you will definitely find some pretty cool stuff. Okay, in Space Low, I appear to have everything we could possibly want for this, all right? EVA report above a couple of places. I'm never going to remember to do that, but we'll try. So do we want to go... No, we're not going to go polar. Oh, excuse me. We're not going to go polar for the simple reason we need to rendezvous. But is that literally all of the things we need? Is there anything else? Look at this, 44 reports, and we're missing a whole... Is this showing me all of them that are available? Because that would be pretty cool. That would be sound. Review science report. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's leave. So no, there's not really anything I can do in space other than get an EVA report, which I'm kind of all right with that. I'm kind of all right with that. All right, some quick. I feel like I've got a sub-assembly for this. Let's have a look. 1.8. Oh, that sounds perfect. Let's hit this decoupler here. Super light flow. Ooh. Oh, does that work? It works for now. What does that give? That's not enough. That's not enough. Wait. Let's have a quick look. See if there's some decoupling in the wrong place. Of course there is. We want to fire this engine. Wow, no, this comes at the same time as that decouple. Bam, there we go. It's still not enough. Oh, that is a shame. Oh wait, are we on the... There's a thing I need to do here. Yeah, I don't know, because we're not down that low the whole way. As we get up, we should be all right. I don't know whether that's going to work or not. I mean, I don't really want the atmospherics. I'm just going to do it like that. I'm just going to go for that Delta V. Let's see what goes on. Hey, Slice of Pizza Pie, how are you doing? We're going to just try and launch this. It should be fine. It's old, proven technology, but proven technology for a lighter frame. So we'll see how it goes, right? Must be fine. Also, when Jeb got stuck and had to be rescued, he was actually just in a hut at the North Ice Cap. Yeah, that's true. Keep thinking that Tuesday streams are 4 to 6. Yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying there, Cubic. But you know, Kerbin is flat. G-forces are fake. It's all just the complex interplay of electrics, right? I've heard this one before. You are not a tourist. Why are you on there like that? I'm fairly sure we loaded up a tourist. Do you guys remember loading up a tourist? I definitely remember loading up a tourist. Is Bill the new Jeb? Is this what we're hearing here? Is this what we're hearing here? Get out, get in, shake it around. All right, let's do the save. Let's try this again. Am I gonna, yeah, it's a 5,000. I was wondering whether I'm going to fly it, whether the computer's going to fly it. It should be good though. So has anybody heard any space news since the release of the Black Holio? It's my favourite meme so far. My girlfriend was like, oh, here's Beavis being Black Holio. I'm like, all right, let's try. How many of you even know who Beavis and Butthead is, just out of interest? Because this was a conversation that I had with my girlfriend. It was like, I don't think a lot of people in my stream would know who they are. So there's my question to you. Do you know who Beavis and Butthead are? Black Hole Chan, yay. Kerbin is a paid actor. Yeah, the planet, paid actor, it's true. Yeah, I thought that might be the case, Cubic. I thought that might be the case. It's just slightly before MTV stopped doing actual music. They had this whole stint of making cartoons, adult cartoons. And Beavis and Butthead was one of those. Not the most highbrow of entertainment, it has to be said. But, you know, it's still pretty fun. Pretty fun. I don't have an engineering chip on this craft. It's a bit of an oversight. I would have loved it. Oh, the movie! Oh, man, I forgot the movie even existed, to be fair. Wow. That fizz went the wrong way. My apologies for the sudden stop of commentary. Oh wow, yeah, that was tasty. That was tasty. All right, we're still recording. Everything's still going fine with OBS. I've never recorded with OBS before, so I'm just going to check. All right, we seem to be going all right. The Apple Apps is at 30. I'm a little surprised that it's so shallow. I was expecting that to be like on its way to 80 by now. Let's have a look. Time is doing well. We're missing. So the problem is, I think that we're a little bit too far ahead or something like that. So it's going to try and like very gently ease its way in. Sad for me to say that. Well, I mean, that fairing deployment went well. Yeah, sorry, Matt. I get it. I'm sorry. So you know what we forgot from this design? I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but there's no solar panels on this, and we could definitely have done with some. Hey, Honza, how are you doing, baby? Yeah, baby, why not? How you doing, baby? I meant to go for mate, but whatever. I used to be able to record videos on my PC at 30 frames, but now it only records at 5. Ah, dude, this makes me sad. But that is the move of time, you know. Alright, the Twitcheroo needs CPR due to choking on tea because nutcase Foxo needs CPR to a bone. Ah, dude. I mean, bones. It's not really a choke hazard. It's more of a stab hazard, right? I shouldn't really say that. File management error detected attempting to eliminate. Oh wow. Oh wow. I think Zed's getting interfered with here. I think my PC. Oh yeah. Well, have you cleaned your PC at any point, Cubic? Have you got in there with a toothbrush? Maybe not a toothbrush, but you know, some sort of cleaning device that you have gone through and like sorted out your fins of your heatsink and stuff like that. Oh yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. I never do. I'm almost certain the reason this PC is starting to chug down is because it's just like too dirty. We should turn that on, right? Oh, does that not work? We could just like see them through there. Hey there. Oh, that is creepy. Screenshot. That's not the screenshot button. That's not very nice, squad. It took away Steam's ability to screenshot. Probably needs heat post. Doing quite well considering you have school holidays. Good man, good man. How about me? I'm doing quite well because my girlfriend... Now, it always sounds weird when I say my girlfriend's on school holidays. That's because she works at a school, not because she, like, goes to school. She's a teaching assistant. Hey, this is going beautifully well. I'm in a class now, but there needs to be a dance and I'm an idiot. Okay. New file located, file name baby goat purging system. You gotta burn it out. You gotta get rid of the hard drive and destroy it. That's the only way to be sure. If you could nuke the entire system from orbit, that'd be better. You know, once the baby goat is in, you ain't getting rid of it. This is nice. I like this. I like this craft. It's understated yet functional, I'm gonna go with. Okay. This flight looks good. I always like the look of the Terminator. It's just a beautiful transitory phenomena that just circles every planet. It's great. Baby goat kid, lol. Masking seismological data of the nuclear blast with volcanic eruption. Good shout, man. Cubic, you know what I need? I need the latest in i7 i9 technology. You know? I need like septillion cores with I don't know, over 5 gigs on each and stuff. I could do with more. I need more. And not necessarily for playing games, not even close for playing games, but for processing videos down. Oh, your PC doesn't take an i9. That's a shame. That's a shame. I don't know if mine does. My new one will. My new one will, but I doubt this one. Yeah, the Ryzen Black Hole sounds good. Please, have they actually made a chip called Black Hole? Because that would be amazing. We're still flying via the power of the auto systems. Auto systems, roll out. It's not quite the same. It was built before i9, so it doesn't have it in the spec, really. Oh. Are you sure didn't all the eyes come out together? I'm not certain, but I remember the technologies being introduced. I have lost the lid to my drink. This is not a safe way to operate. I've got a keyboard here. I could spill drinks on it. It's the black hole they took the picture with. Look, try 99, but it might not work. Purge complete. You think so? Run a diagnostic. Any ideas on how to make KSP run better? Because when I installed mods, one part mod and MechJeb, it slows down to half. I'm afraid I don't. There used to be a whole bunch of mods that went through and changed a lot of the file systems and the images that it used and stuff like that, and was able to like streamline the game really well. But I'm fairly sure the game has been looked at a bit better since then. And it now just runs well. Wow, I'm gassy today. I'm sorry, guys. It's really not what I'm after. Oh, I've just realised if I'm recording through OBS rather than Shadowplay, then all me talking. Hi, editing Twitchy. How you doing? I'm sorry you've got this voice to try and get rid of. Looks like another musical. Yeah, maybe buy a better potato. That might be the shout there. That might be the shout. Is this going to orientate myself, or do I need... So you see how it's now, like, launch success. But it hasn't orientated me this way. Do you remember last time? Last time we got... The gravity turn would end up facing us in the right direction to do the maneuver, as long as we had it set up before we left the atmosphere. So I've got a feeling that's the ticket. We've got to set up before the atmosphere. Let's walk to next maneuver. Okay, are we here? We are. Time walk complete. Let's just round this off, and then like next orbit we'll be able to come and catch up. Gonna stick it by the numbers because I like it. Staging next phase. Oh man, I gotta make sure not to do that. I'm a student. You think I have money? No, honestly, I don't expect anyone in their 20s or younger to have any money at all. And I expect most people in their 30s to complain about not having money whilst having about £1,000 in assets around. I don't know what that equivalents to your local. Let's see how we do here. Boom, it tells me I'm in orbit. I'll take it. All right, let's have a look at the contracts over here. Right, we're pretty good. We've got to keep them in orbit for an hour. So this seems like a job for giving... Oh, hey, Mr. Lion, how you doing? We are now going to design something to go on the top. You know what we should have done is send this up without the parachutes, right? And then send the parachutes up on another thing that needs to dock, because that's a great idea, right? It's a beautiful idea. Okay, let's hit that. Fox seems to be rather interested in cup noodles. I mean, to be fair, like the urban foxes that I see in London or whatever, they eat just about everything. Just about it. So I can't really see that being too bad for him, but I bet there's better food to feed him. Tasty, tasty. System corruption at 2%. Do you really think that's all you're corrupted by, Zed? Alright, we need to make a rendezvous number 2. Do we make this quick vote, Kerbal or robot? Kerbal or robot? Kerbal or robot? I'm going to even type this into the chat. Kerbal or robot? Let's see what people say. Let's see what people say. Jeb is banished to the middle of the ocean at the moment. We've got a robot, potato robot. Zed's quoting his favourite J-pop artist. Maybe K-pop, who knows? All right, let's go with the robot then. Let's have a look. Okay, finest in robot technology, this tiny little thing down here. Right, the first thing we need to do is make sure that it can turn, right? It needs to be able to have the ability to turn itself. We also need to make sure that we have a relay capability, else it's not gonna be able to talk to anything. Oh, look at these! Oh, look at these! Direct, relay. Let's get a few of these on the side here. I've got a feeling people are gonna argue with my choice of direction of this. I might even argue with it myself. The problem is I need a docking port, right? Let's save these for another mission. What we'll do is we'll get a mission that involves putting a satellite up, rather than just trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Retrofit a mission after we've decided we're doing something. Electricals are what I want now, and let's try and actually remember to put some photovoltaics on this time. Nothing quite like getting to orbit and then going, nope, can't go anywhere. Guys, you know why Australia? Because they're mating. Is oxygen poison? It depends on your particular metabolic action. There are plenty of things out there thanks, Wise. Moderators coming through for the win there. Yeah, there are plenty of metabolic forms out there that oxygen will just rip apart. Any of the anaerobic stuff, because, you know, anaerobic. So what are we going to put on the bottom of this? I haven't given it any fuel tanks. That's probably a bad idea, right? Oh, this wants to be like a monoprop. Oh, we don't have monoprop engines. I detect a problem. I detect problem. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get one of those and one of those, and we're then going to put this on the bottom. You remember I was telling you about my favourite engine, the LV909? Well, it's got this beautiful new system where you can go bare, and look how it just beautifully fits on the bottom of the 0.6 thing. I mean, if they didn't intend you to do that, I'm not sure what they want from you here. Then I'm going to go that one, and we should have the complete package, right? I'm not sure if I've forgotten anything from here. Robevus? No, that's not a voot. Just like that. Okay. Oh, no need for warnings. I don't think we're that far along, but you know, just a little like, hey, dude. Oh man. That's not quite right, is it? 0.6, 0.12. I mean, if we just kind of like put that underneath, and then can we turn that off? There we go. It just doesn't look right. Can I tweak scale this? Can I just kind of put this up a little bit? That looks better, right? All right, cool. Tweak scale for the aesthetic win. Structurals. Oh, blatantly we do that, right? Is there a part that scales up from that to this, from the 6 to the 1.2? There will be, but I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Let's just go with that. Isn't the engine a bit overkill considering the amount of fuel? Yeah, what I'm actually going to do is bring it down here. But the reason that I'm doing that is because which engine would you use, sir? There's your list. I might even drop the force percent down to like 10%, something like that. But thank you for telling me. Thank you for calling me out on that. I'm totally down for people to be like, hey. In fact, I'm even gonna, like I say, bring this down much further, and hope that will work. The Tiger. Which one's the Tiger? I'm hoping I can laugh at this, but Terrier? It's that one. Thud. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Alright, anyway, we're building a lifter here. You know what? We can do this without all this. We can just go sub-assemblies, super light flow, pop that in there like that, and then bam! We've got ourselves a ridiculously over-the-top powerful thing. This will do it. Robo views. Let's do it. No. Let's just launch. Propeller-driven engines. What fuel do the rocket engines use? In this, it's LFO, right? Liquid fuel and oxygen, which I presume is hydrogen. And I don't know. Maybe it's the RP1 kerosene. Who knows what it's actually supposed to be? Look, we got sunset. We got sunset starting to fall down over here. That's nice. The sunset falls down. Over. I don't want that. I want my map. What's happened here? Please don't do that. Alright, I think I just lost some stuff in the background. No, I opened up extra stuff in the background. Okay. Preparing planetary rollback. Sounds good. Sounds effective. Okay, meeting 1 set as target. We are going to wait until meeting number 1 is over here somewhere, right? Yeah. I think that's right. I mean, we've always got the option for rollback, right? Evidence of flat Earth. The sun is falling. I mean, technically, the Earth is falling, right? And the sun is falling into the middle of the galaxy. Did you guys hear that the Milky Way is like ridiculously heavier than we thought it was? I say we. You know, I'm totally the one that did all the calculations and stuff. But yeah, like the whole used to think that Andromeda was twice the size of the Milky Way, but now we're like, oh, maybe actually thinking about it, the Milky Way is twice the size of Andromeda. Okay, hold on. I need to go and close the kitchen door. Might be in a different place, but the problems are still the same. Okay, nice. Right, sorry about that, guys. No, you didn't. Go and check out... What's his name? Anton. I can't remember his last name. So they were measuring the speed of globular clusters, as you do. These are collections of stars that orbit the Milky Way or orbit within the Milky Way, both, for instance. And they measured several 50, something like that, globular clusters, and then went back and looked through old data for Hubble and stuff like that. You know, went and confirmed this through other means, and they found out that all these things were just whizzing around far too fast. And they were like, well, the only way that works is for the Milky Way to be heavier. And I'm like, yeah, makes sense, right? First best guess. Okay, this is going up to 80. I'm going to actually tell it to go to 81. Because no doubt I've got the launch roll. So we'll see what it can do. I should have put a secondary antenna on this. Just for before we actually drop the fairing. Oh well, it'll be fine. What could go wrong? A whole bunch of stuff. But we are climbing our way up 2 kilometers, going at about 200 meters per second. We're about halfway through the outside cores, maybe going down to 2/3 of the fuel. Actually going a little fast. But to be honest, probably would have liked to have done it a little bit slower. Not much though, because you can see that the shock conage around my rocket isn't extending that far. So it's not like I'm burning up down in the lower levels. The fogginess though, look at that, look, wipeout, total wipeout. Why is it so dusty this evening on Kerbin? I don't know, it kind of feels like, oh, I suppose there is a desert just over there, right? What's the prevailing wind patterns on Kerbin? What are the prevailing wind patterns on Kerbin? Do you reckon anyone's done a meteorological study of that? I would certainly like to know. I don't think this is going to be aggressive enough. I might have to take over. Oh, there goes the fairing. Didn't pull the entire rocket apart, so that's a bonus. Purchase finally completed. As an intense war. It only lasted 2 years. Subjective years, I assume. We're using those black hole processors again. Okay, hopefully this is just going to stick them right next to each other. I don't see it yet. There's the craft. We're just going too far sideways now. I suppose that is why, almost exactly why I told it to go up above the Apple apps over here. So let's have a look. This is like 80 kilometers and 28 meters. So if we're going to 81 kilometers, we will cross this line and get some sort of like targeting intersection, and that should tell us how to do it better. The plate that was used for his supper has shattered. It was a good idea to throw it around my room. Yeah, I mean, like, the problem with most animals is they're not really aware of the idea of brittle stuff, right? How much RAM does an AI need? All of it. It's the only logical answer, right? All of it. So I've got a feeling this little cross here, did anybody else just notice it turn around as it crossed the equator? I've got a feeling that it's drawn relative to the equator. I don't know how to express that in better words than what I just did, actually. Yeah, it strikes me as odd that it will turn around when it goes through the equator. Surely it should just like go nuts when it's up at the poles. But maybe that's why it turns around at the equator, to stop it going nuts at the poles. I'm not sure exactly what level of vector math is used here. Yeah, I have no idea. I know the coordinate system isn't like the same coordinate system that we're used to. Oh, we got an intersect. Oh, we've got an intersect. Let's have a look here. Can we keep that up? Yes, we can. Beautiful. It seems to be growing apart, actually. Not overly keen on that, to be honest with you. I would rather they got closer, not further apart. Have you seen the Barry Center of Kerbal in the Mun? The tidal forces would flood. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like the whole. Let's get this sorted so that it'll do a thing for us. Can I not? Will it not let me add maneuver? Thank you. And we can just kind of like push that out into a proper orbit, and then hopefully we can meet up on the other side. That's what I'm really after. Or not. Okay. Let's see how far we need to go to bring these together. Okay, I was worried about that. So what we're going to do is circularize this and then use the other craft to meet up. Add maneuver, just tell it to circularize. I don't care how, don't care beyond just not being crashing into the orbit. Crashing into the orbits. Be nice. But I actually meant atmosphere. Okay, 7-1. Let's push that up a little more. It's probably good, right? Couple of passing orbits. Can I bring those two intersect? All right, let's try that. All right, Honzo, it was good to see you, man. Yeah, feel free to drop by the Discord server. I think someone should design a special type of computer for AI that is RAM and processor mixed together to increase multi-core processor throughout. Well, that's what like that's why the supercomputers are all running on like graphics cards and stuff instead of CPU cores, because they're better for like the small scale matrix math that neural networks need a lot, right? So that's kind of like where the optimizations are being done. You should probably extend your... Literally just did that. Sweet. Always nice to be in sync. Of course, I mean the 90s boy band. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... to see, actually, whether the gravity turn is done. There we go. Launch success. Okay, that's fine. I will accept this. We'll turn down here. And the other thing I want to do, I completely forgot about, is to get the probe core here and turn hibernating warp to auto. Even though this is the one with the power. He's got the power. Alright, how long we got to wait? 1 minute 20. So yeah, I heard that this week. What other space news have I heard this week? It's all like basically, you know, did you know that Louvois, the successor to Hubble, can fit inside the Falcon Heavy fairing, so they can do that instead of the SLS and stuff like that. It's a lot of like messing on SLS recently. 3, 4. Oh, we're beyond. Okay, that should be a good orbit. I'm currently running on the 8th generation quantum computers, of course, preparing to upgrade systems. I'll start running on magnetic tapes. Oh, that would be hilarious. Could you imagine high-functioning AI on a magnetic tape? Okay, meeting 1. Let's switch to, because he looked like he was going to be the one that would have the better... Explain large quasar group. Well, it's a bunch of quasars together, right? Quasi-stellar emitters. Is that what they're... I think that's what the quasar stands for. Set as target. Quasars like pulsars. A pulsar is a type of quasar. I can't remember. The quasar is a word that doesn't get thrown around in my circles very often anymore. I wonder what's up with that. Okay, so can we bring these together? No, we can only do it wildly like that. Why don't either of these want to meet up? What's going on with this? Right, here's the point of intersection. We add a maneuver, and then we just push that up. Okay. I mean, I'm willing to do that. Let's do this. This should be well within our Delta V budget. This is 300. What do we have? I don't have a chip on here, but it should be fine. It should be fine, right? Out and back. F5, just to be sure. Because this maneuver might be too energetically intense. Talking about analog processors when most of the things we use for processing are quantum is a bit awkward. Did you not know that a lot of cloud storage is actually on magnetic tape? I can believe that the deep store is on magnetic tape, but the stuff that's accessed a bit more regularly, I mean, that's all on platters, right? Oh no, I'm choking on the drinks again. I seem to have failed at remembering how to drink. Our planet has such strong gravity that all forms of liquid is essentially solid ice, even though extremely near to its own sun. I mean, you would need something more dense than water unless you're going distance out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Like, have you ever excuse me, have you ever seen the phase diagram for ice? It shows all the different pressures and temperatures that water takes on different forms, and one of those is a high pressure ice. I think it's like ice 6, ice 7, something like that. Why am I dying? So technically, you know, there's no reason that that couldn't be a thing. Let's see what's going on the map here, shall we? I'm a little disbelieving of the amount of join we got here. 7.9. I'll take 7.9. I will take 7. We're not even halfway through our fuel. Beautiful. Warp here. Okay. I want to go to the minus of the target and then just burn. Just burn. Look at it there. It's ripping away from me. It's a little too much. 200. I mean, 5 kilometers. A little past it, but we're fine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's just keep going, shall we? Okay, now we're headed towards it. I'm going to be a little bit more precise about my pointing and hope that we can cover 5 kilometers in an appropriate amount of time. 6 kilometers in an appropriate amount of time. How much fuel do I have left? Very important to keep an eye on these things. Okay, just keep drifting until this number stops getting smaller. It should hopefully not be too long. Turn around and get ready to stop. technically I could probably also push it this way a little bit and make sure I'm going in the right direction. And then I don't need to slow down so much. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So I was going to do the long form of like pointing towards my target, doing a burn. When the number starts dropping down, completely nullify the speed. But I do know how to do it a little bit quicker. So a little bit quicker I will do. What I want to do is get in as close as I can and just try and nullify the speed and then just turn around and look at it. That's all I want to do. Nullify my speed down to 0, turn around, look at the rocket. Should be doable. We need AIs to work on analog systems for efficient benefits. Okay, less than 100 meters is probably starting to get a little bit close. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just keep getting rid of all the speed until we can't get rid of any more. Okay, I'm going to take that as pretty good. Turn that around this way and have a good old staring contest with it. Swap. Do we say goodbye to the booster? We're going to say goodbye to the booster. Decouple. Activate the engine. Oh, we don't have... Wow, I mean, I'm looking at it, right? No, I'm not looking at it. That was fun, right? When do I get more control? No. It says I'm connected. Oh, I bet that's that tiny relay, right? Where is any of my other relay network? Look at that. Look at you over there, Sobek, you traitor. Okay, alright, we're going to have to do this from the other point of view. That's fine. Whilst it's drifting, even better. Let's start by nullifying our speed relative to it. This seems like a good start. I'm surprised that it let me do the stage without any radio control. I'm actually very surprised at that. Okay, I definitely want to be going more this side of it, right? Gonna bail, it's 2 AM. Alright, buddy, I get that, man. I get that. Sorry. For everyone in chat, this is gonna get a little intense at this point, so my chat may... Oh, no, that's the wrong button. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, no, don't break it. Don't break it. Okay, right, I did a panic, but it's fine. The panic involved just pointing randomly and pointing away so that I wouldn't crash into the craft, because that was panic inducing. Alright, V, we're going to orbital chase locked. Okay, so from the locked camera point of view, I should have remembered this because this is much, much, much easier. So all I need to do is match up with that, alright? Okay, so we're just going to come over this way. I'm going to push forwards a little bit, and we're just going to wait until that little marker there is underneath us. Oh, this is it. This is what I love about Kerbal. This right here. Instead of 1 or 0, we'd have 0 to 1 instead of... I mean, isn't this like the promise of Quantum? Instead of 1 and 0, we've got 1 smear and 0, right? Apart from that's obviously not how it actually works, because none of us can comprehend things. So magnetic takes a really good and cheap, yeah. The drift is pretty good. Let's come to this. Wait till I feel like I'm at somewhere where I can point towards the correct docking node. I wonder if he's got connection yet. Do magnetic tapes take up a lot of space? Yes. Of course they do. But space is cheap. Well, I mean, like, warehouse space in rural America is cheap, right? It's big. Big area. to 0. There's a dock. Let's go and do it. Gentle little pushes to make sure I'm looking in the right direction. 17-meter drift. Let's make sure I'm actually targeting that. And then maybe even control from here. Which does practically nothing, but does enable me to make sure that the docking ports will in fact touch. As everything goes right here. Oh wait, rendezvous is not dock. We're probably already done with the contract. Surprised no one called me out of that. All right, cool. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, it was dock. Okay, cool. Docking was the key. Oh, it's Bruno here. Hey, Bruno, how you doing? I missed last week's stream because of a music event. Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. Maximum size of magnetic tape data storage is up to 6 gigs. All right. What would happen if someone was to sneak into a warehouse full of them and rub magnets all over the place? Yeah, that'd be disgusting. But that's pretty much a problem with all of our storage needs, is it not? Okay, we want to turn this one off. Oh, wait, no. Shut down engine. There we go. Do we steal all the fuel? I want to bring the whole lot back if possible. Let's stow these. Retract all antenna. Okay. Alright, let's try and save all this lot. Let's try and save all this lot. This should go alright. Look, all we're trying to do is land on the backside of the planet. No worries. Add maneuver. Make sure we're burning up in the atmosphere enough. Something like that. I mean, that looks good, right? As always, slightly overshoot so that when inevitably we go through the atmosphere at a slightly different angle, we can correct for that. Okay, don't look that way, look this way. Please, let me click on the stability assist button. There's no such thing as a magnetic EMP. No, it's both or none. That's how electromagnetism works, right? For better use, blah blah blah. Okay, all right. Let's get to the next node. Man, I'm knocking back the beverages today. Got an hour to go. Should learn to pace myself, right? All right, cool. Let's look this way. We have got 56 seconds until the. So do you reckon we'll ever get to a point where we do some sort of like gravity-based weapons? Like there was a point when we couldn't control electricity. All we could do is observe it, right? And we're at the point now where we can't control gravity. All we can do is observe it. So do you reckon we'll ever get to the point where we can actually control it with the same precision that we can control electrons? Or do you think the fact that we have been unable to produce a graviton theory, well, we produced lots of theory, but none that like stand the test of testing. Yeah, do you think that is going to stop us? Just someone for Kubik's like, okay, no such thing as a magnetic EMP. What if someone dropped a working fusion reactor into the middle of it? I mean, like, that pretty much does everything over. But also, can you produce this working fusion reactor? Can you? I'm pretty sure the only ones that have been produced have been like energy negative. You know, like more energy to sustain the reaction than to actually. Then is actually produced. There's one on the go in France right now, but yeah. I don't know whether it's ITER, right? ITER. I don't know whether they actually have had positive energy harvest yet, but the one before that, JET, was hosted just up the road from me, and I never got to see it, unfortunately. You know, funny enough, top secret fusion reaction places are not open for standard tours, but That all said, I don't know where I was going with it, but yeah, I got to know about it. I went to a few scientific talks and stuff like that about it all. Of course, like with it being just up the road, all the scientists were like, "Yeah, I'll go community outreach." It's pretty good. It's hard to find talks around here. If you just dropped a working fusion reactor in the middle of a data server, you'd probably destroy the data server, but the owner of the property would become really rich. Yeah, I mean, like, true. Hey, be like, look, let's take advantage of this. Can we go faster, please? Can we go faster, please? Do I need to bump up my minimum? Okay, let's just look for a good angle for this and then hit F2. We're just going to have to hope that the footage is good enough. Doing your villager impression, Cubic. That way. Is that better? How about a whining child who likes to unwind tapes? Yeah, I think this is why they don't let them in. Here we go. Try and head back if we can. Yeah, that tail plume is looking good. Alright, cool. Let's see what the map says. Okay, that's fine. Can live with that. Let's just activate all of these at once, shall we? Oh, there's no like deploy all. Okay, let's. I don't want to decouple this. Let's just ignore those for now. Are we gonna have to go send a recover crew out? Okay, yeah, that's the next thing we're gonna do, because this is obviously too far out, right? Do people agree? How about someone airlifting molten aluminium and dropping 5 tons of it onto the building? I mean, like, you'd probably break a few roof tiles, but I think 5 tons of molten aluminium wouldn't actually go that far when you like cover an entire floor with it. I reckon it would be like a real thin layer. And parachutes out. There we go, parachutes out. Land like a boss. So, 700-meter plummet. Always the best part of this game. I love it. Really? No, I don't. I really don't. Alright, let's get rid of this. Right, so now that we've got two tiny docking ports on there, we can definitely go and recover them, but how good is my plane building? Like, just dragging it back to the water will be good enough, right? To the water's edge will be good enough. Alright, Space Emu, enjoy your food. What are you going to have? I recommend pizza. Nah, I'm actually going to have fajitas tonight. So what can we do? Like, the real question is how to pick up a docking port that is right by the floor. Oh, broke a bit. That's fine. I can live with that. Yeah, this is too far away, right? Got no fuel in there. No, we burn it all. Good on you, Space Emu. Good on you. Trying to eat less fast food, fast fat, no good food. Yeah, no, it's a real strong play. My girlfriend recently went vegetarian. For different reasons. She's trying to be ethical and stuff. But I am so much in awe of people that just, well, not just change their habits like that, but decide to make the change. You know, decide that, you know, now is the time. Can't rely on other people. Do it ourselves, right? Amazing. All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, look, we got this one. I didn't use this. What want a stability retrograde prograde? Does this have radial and normal altitude hold? Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know how to make a... Vegetarians kill more animals than people that eat meat. Nah. Maybe, but it's not just the killing of the animals. It's the whole thing that goes with it. Recently, it's almost here. Well, it seems recently. Seems recent to me. All right, so we're going to put a cockpit on. We're going to make a little jet engine, right? A little jet engine sounds good. Excuse me for a couple of seconds. I've managed to go ahead and drink too much liquids. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't do it here. I wanted to put some classical jazz on for you guys. I'm gonna disappear for 30 seconds and then come running back. Don't confuse Peter with vegetarians. Yeah, it's true. Can I get to settings? Music. Here we go. We're gonna get in there? Come on, let me go. Listen to some smooth jazz for a second, guys. And back. Cool. And I've got it done. Alright, sweet. So, the question here is, how are we going to do this? Now, I'm feeling like we need to have... Oh, look at this. Oh, can I see what connection points this has on it? It's only got one in there. That's a bit of a shame, but at the same time, what we can do is get a structural part and then add these to either side. Hope you guys are going to stick with me here. And like that... Oh, my phone just turned off. Suddenly can't see any of the chat. Not the best. Misaligned doing my work for me. Right, now I need some fuel. I'm going to go with some liquid fuel. Wow, look at these. Mark II to 1.25 adapter with a flat bottom. It's interesting. It's the Mark II-H is the half one. Okay, I see. I see. Might have to play around with that at some point, but right now I'm just trying to make two little jet engines on the side. There's a Mark 0. Do I have a Mark 1? Mark 1 Junior. Not quite what I was after. Is there a larger one? Technically? Can I change the type that this is? Oh, look. Oh, pontoon. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Look at that. Okay, let's take that off and let's rearrange this. Can I stick this to the side? It does let me stick it to the side. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that girder segment, throw that on with all this horrors here. And what I'm planning to do is kind of like a catamaran, but with a joined up front. Now, what I'm hoping is that we can put... Let's bring this up here. We can put a docking port in the middle here on the back. See where this one is? I'm hoping we can put a docking port there and then just kind of like drive up to and pick up the craft. Now I'm thinking about how I go backwards to actually connect that together. That is going to be a thing, and I'm going to have to do that somehow. But maybe jet engines are the winner there. I mean, we're going to use jet engines to move. Maybe rockets are the way to come back. Now, is there enough room there to fit in one of these? No. It's a very, very quick and easy to find answer there. Let's just quickly snap this into some sort of semblance of straight. Okay, now maybe across like that. That's plenty more room. Plenty more room. If a 5-ton object fell on top of a building from 2 meters, it would most likely destroy several floors before stopping cooling. The data storage server is located most likely in the basement of the building, so it would be safe. Well, I mean, sometimes the building itself is the entire structure, right? But I do hear what you're saying. Where is my aerodynamics? And now we want things that take in air. There we go. Some weird radial scoops on the side here. I thought I actually pressed Alt to copy them out. Yeah. Let's do another one of those. Yeah, okay. That's good, right? And then we can get some jet engines on the back, a few little not air scoops, a few forward-facing engines as well. So if we have Panthers on the back, do Panthers sound like the winners here? And then we can have like little Junos on the front pushing backwards, and then we can have some sort of like toggle system. Oh, there's the Tiger. Okay. All right, I did not see that one. Where is the Juno? There it is. I was blind for a moment. I know people that know me will find that hard to believe. Okay, that's looking good. Then let's put junior docking port on the back. I really don't know how well this is going to go. Not very well when we do it like that. That? Is that gonna do it? What about Twitchi's driving skills in a jet above the building? What are you saying about my driving skills, man? What are you gonna... Do you not believe in my abilities to fly above buildings without destroying entire data centers below? I know what you're getting at. Alright, let's get down here. Let's... Alright, that looks like horrific recovery vessel. I don't know about you, but I kind of feel sick about it. But it'll be fine. We need some wheels. Do we want to send powered wheels, or do we want it to just be jet powered? Powered wheels or jet powered? That's a question. Let's put one of these on the front here. That's looking pretty good. Just the one, please. And then at the back here, some steerable, asymmetric landing gear, other landing gear. Maybe this. Let's have a way of braking. That's the main thing. I need brakes. Well, I suppose technically we don't. We could just crash into the water any speed we want. But I prefer to have brakes. Brakes. Brilliant. Cool. 100%. What, 200%? Brake at the front. Less. Does it have steering? Steering? No. Oh, wait. No steering at the back. Steering at the front. I kind of feel like this singular one at the front is going to kill us. Does anyone agree or disagree with that? probably want to do is something like this. Put those like that, and we grab the rotate tool, click on it, make sure it's on absolute, give it a little wiggle. No? Turn on the snap to grid and give it a little wiggle. There we go. All right, that should be better, right? That should be better. No steering, lots of brake, not so much brake, no steering, lots of brake. Okay, that should be fine. Feels like there's a reason why you can't launch that spacecraft. This one. Oh, look here. Oh, mass, far too heavy. So what causes that? I mean, to be fair, we could just leave. Oh, 0.8 too long. Well, you know what I'm gonna. We didn't need to do that, but you know what I'm gonna do, right? we're just gonna go hacks it in a very typical way of just jumping over. Or we could spend some money. I suppose we've got a lot of money now. If we right click on this. Yeah, all the things that were being failed are good if we just click on that, right? Let's go and have a look. Fingers crossed and other things. Well, I mean, like, we don't need to hope. We just need to try and remember what the buttons were. Okay, so down here. Now, suddenly, we're all good. We're within the 30-part limit. In fact, we can even put 2 more parts on here. I don't know which ones we'd want to put on. Perhaps some sideward-facing frontwards engines? I don't know, something like that. We do not have action groups yet, so the whole thing is going to have to be like push and pull and... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's try and do this. Wish me luck, guys. Probably going to need it. Any moment now. There we go. Starting to worry that we'd actually hang up for too long there. This one, that one. Right. Okay. Looking good. Still got spring issues on the back here every time. Wheel stress, spring dampener. Just. In fact, keep the spring strength as 1. I'm not too bothered about that. What I am bothered about is the dampening. There we go. All right. Looking fairly good. Chaplin. I mean, I feel like we should have been sending an engineer, but I'm just going to run with it. Let's press T, a little bit of throttle. Let's try and get ourselves down onto the water, really. Oh, less than 10 kilometers. I kind of feel like I could have just got that in, but, you know. What's the point of doing the proper Kerbal challenge mode if you're not actually going to use the challenge, right? It's got quite, the wheelbase seems to be working out for it. I'm not feeling how much it's shaking though. Okay, that's good. Solid. Wondering whether we could have flown this over there. Yeah, just throw a few wings on the side. Get some sort of landing, water landing procedure down. That is quite a nice looking cockpit, has to be said, by the way. Oh, this might take a while. Ooh, let's not do that. Whoa, springs. Springs did sprung. Well, we're going to have to do this in this that's unfortunate. I didn't... I kind of wanted to speed up somewhat. Hopefully when we get into the water, it'll be good. So what are we trying to get? Well, obviously what we're trying to get first is the tourist, right? Seems like a waste of... Well, I mean, that's Kerbal, right? What part of Kerbal actually has a purpose? us closer to the ocean by now. Let's zoom out backwards, see what we got. Oh man. Oh man. Picking up some speed though. It's pretty sweet. Okay, let's try and slow down. Definitely traveling a little fast for how close that edge is approaching. What's the safe water entry speed? I was like 3 or 4 meters per second, but that is a distance away. Just about keep my speed in check. Turn on your landing gear lights. Bam. Ever wish you'd change the lights into more funky colours? I know, I sure have. Okay, I've just got my brakes on right now, and hopefully I can ease my way into the water. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Am I about to actually travel faster than when we're on the land? Yeah, I'm already traveling faster than when we're on land. Salad has been consumed with your face muscles. Face muscles and chewing rocks in your mouth, right? Okay, we seem to be stuck at 28 meters per second. It's not too bad. I do wonder what would happen if I just pulled backwards. I'm trying. I can't take it. Oh, let's put the landing gear away. 29, 30 meters. Oh, look at that. Put the landing gear away. Bam. Okay, so we're going to be using that to help us stop, obviously. I don't want the debris. I want the things that not the debris. All right, let's go and do it. Turn on the after. Oh, I can't turn them both on at the same time, I don't think. All right, let's turn those off. Just toggle mode. Toggle mode. Full throttle. Go! Can I have surface back, please? 31, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Oh, we're going to hit the heady heights of like 50 meters per second in the water. I'm actually a little bit worried that we're going to hit that. Okay, full flow. Bet I could pull out of the water now. Bet I could dive underwater, more to the point. Should probably quick save. Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, let's turn that off. Lower right down. Ease it up. If I just turn sideways, does that slow me down more? It's definitely pulling my retrograde, my prograde around that. Now pointing directly at it. As always, slowing down in the water is a problem. I didn't. Oh wait, landing gear. That should help, right? Can I save at this speed? Cannot quick save whilst moving over the surface. I mean, that's why I'm putting the landing gear down. Don't you have the front? Well, yeah, for reversing. What? yeah. No, I get you, man. Though I'm probably actually now. I thought it would give it to me then. At what point? 7.6.5. No, even 0.5 is not slow enough. Only 0. Only 0. Okay. Landing gear, quick save, landing gear away, full throttle, pull up and see if we can hydroplane over there. Looking kind of good. Could definitely have done with a nicer like transition to those Junos, right? Oh, I definitely could push this underwater. Okay, pulling backwards does not help. I don't want to go underwater because I'll pop up and then like break everything. So that just quick save. No, alright, maybe not then. I thought pushing myself underwater would be easy. Turns out not. Okay, definitely through half a ton, no problem. 1.7 kilometers away. This should be relatively, like, hassle-free, right? I don't envision great problems. Also, look how look how little fuel we've used despite being on afterburners. Okay, how long is this going to take to slow down? We'll find out as I drift towards it. Whoa, less than a couple of 100 meters it turns out. Tell it just to face retrograde. Just keep that. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just go with that. And then I'm going to swap some stuff around. Ah, actually, I want to connect to you. Okay. Activate all engines in current stage. Oh, it's activated these twice. Shut down all engines. Let's see if I can do that again. Activate all engines in current stage. No, it does them all. That's a shame. So, action groups would definitely have been better there. At some point, we need to get a mod together that lets us change action groups on the thing. Do you need to decouple the probe core? Already did, I think. We'll find out when I get over there. We'll find out when I get over there. Oh man, this is time. Okay, let's turn that off. Extend the landing gear. Swap over. No, you're right. Decouple. Hi. Well, that works. Where's the decouple? I'm clicking on the wrong one. Ah, there we go. Undock. Bam. Yes, I was looking at the wrong one. Essentially. Alright, how do we get rid of that? Can I please just turn in the water? Okay, then we turn around a little bit more. Can I set that as target? Can we try that again? And then you can see it down there. There we go. Alright, I got him. I got him. Only a small problem there. Oh, we got a bigger problem though, look. Not the end of the world, but it's going to take a lot of... a lot of steering problems. Okay. Oh, now this is going to be a problem. When did I quick save it? Alright, first off, we do not want to like that. Can I turn this one on to counteract it? No, it's a silly plan. Just go in reverse and back home. I mean, yeah. Shut down all engine. The problem with that, and I will demonstrate here. So I'm totally up for it if you guys are. Something like there. Go. Hey Luna. Yeah, jet boat extraordinaire. Only backed up into the wrong thing once, no problem. Thankfully nobody died, so that's all good. This is going to take time. Let's see what happens if we time warp. We seem to be alright. It's going to be slow, but it's not my fault. You literally used the smallest engine possible. Yeah, I wanted control. Okay, there's 2, there's 3. So that's the speed we were basically travelling out here in anyway. Just gonna take a little bit of time. No real problems. No real problem. I'm most worried about what happens if I hit ×4 as always. Oh man, this is quite a view. Yeah, like that, like this. That one will do. You understand there's thrust limiters in one of the big engines. Yeah, and it probably would have looked better there having 2 Weasleys, right? No, that's life. Is it me or is that shore getting big quickly? So I like the idea of this craft. I feel like it could be better being like enclosed on the bottom or something like that. Man, this is long. Oh man, this is long. 2 Weasleys better be the twins. Close, close. They're jet engines. That's unfortunate for you. Unfortunate for you. Can I get distance? Not going to give me a distance. It's unfortunate. Several jet plumes away. Oh man, distance. Distance. Okay, let's try it. Oh, no, I'm not going to try it. We're just getting footage. We're just getting footage. Can you name them Fred and George anyway? I mean, maybe. I mean, like, in our hearts, we can call them Fred and George. I don't think there's an actual way of naming your engines. Okay, let's get a little closer. I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting this to take up the majority of the stream. We've got 20 minutes left to do stuff. What are we going to... We're going to put like a polar relay network up or something like that, right? That might help. Slow down the time. Open up the HUD a little bit more. Did you see the new cartoon of the Addams Family on Netflix? No, I did not. I did hear that something was coming out, but I didn't actually get round to seeing it when it finally emerged. I'm just making sure that my landing gear are down. I mean, that probably would have saved us a lot of time if I'd not had my landing gear down. 11, 12, yeah, maybe. I don't remember putting my landing gear up, to be fair, but okay, that's fine. Right, we need to just like ease our way out of here gently, ideally without blowing up the engine. Can the Junos do it? I don't think the Junos can do it. You know what, I'll take that as good. Like we touched the surface, right? We can let him out onto the wall, onto the surface. We'll take that, recover it. So is it? I mean, like, how good is it? Basically, how good is it? I mean, the Addams Family itself wasn't a great piece of TV. It has to be said. It was nice to get like an alternate setting in, but if you go back and watch it now, the jokes and comedy are a little thin. All right, let's and remember that's what it was. It was like a sitcom, yeah. So okay, we got that. We did good. We got everyone back. Look at that. Tourist ready for going. Nice. Made ourselves some serious money. Okay, we still don't have the claw, so we can't go get Sobek back. Bring 2 tourists to low curb in orbit. I mean, that's some money there. Temperature surveys of the moon is probably going to be something that I do next. Meh, yeah, I thought it might be a bit meh, to be fair. Kerbin's Highlands. Gather rare science results from Kerbin's ice caps. We need to be splashed down in the ice cap. I don't know. Is this the new KSP music? I don't think so. Can anyone remember? No, I don't think so. Bring this guy. Load a passenger. Get to Kerbin's hut. Does it want me to be somewhere specifically? It does. I might do this one. Kerbin's Highlands, Kerbin's... Alright, Tundra, Mountains, or Highlands? The Highlands gives us a new one. The rest of biome studies. There, it's the contract music, mate. Next, we've got an Explore Minmus, though. Gather science data from Minmus. Suppose it is the next thing. Do I not have something that can get science data from Minmus? Let's grab this one. Stick on and baby. It's true. Robovoos still flashed down, but what I'm actually looking for, Orbiting Minmus. Is this the only one we've got Orbiting Minmus? Okay. Let's go see if it's got anything on it at all. Any science experiments or anything. If not, we're just going to throw like a science package to Minmus. I think that's alright. Oh, it's this one. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is a pretty handy craft. But, yeah, as suspected, it only has this. Does this have analyze data? Yeah, there we go. Send you back. Not enough charge. Of course not enough charge. Why would there ever be enough charge? Allow partial. And you as well. Allow partial. Okay. Let's let that build back up. Review data. Send it home, please. This might take some time. In fact, this will take some time. I don't know how much it's going to tell me we've got, though. Let's, whilst we're here, have a quick look at some other things. So we've done the Minmus ScanSat. That's cool. That's cool. This is actually going to take all the time, isn't it? Okay, that's the science data from Minmus. Oh wow, that counted. Did you guys see this? I've not finished, but it counts. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, what we think it is, dudes. Me and Callum were having a chat afterwards. In fact, I'd completely forgotten about that, to be honest, mate. So you know, it's no problem. What we think is the ScanSat parts. We think that somehow they're not talking very well with the LMP server. So we might need to get rid of the ScanSat, which is annoying. It's like the one thing like the one mod that adds stuff to the game that I think is worth it, right? But yeah, anyway, back to the Space Center. What other parts can we get? So that's the Explore Minmus. Let's go back and have a look and see if there's any other world first. I'm waiting until the next one is go to Juna. And then we might put together like an actual mission. I mean, that would be cool. Something that's got like lots of parts and stuff that goes in it. Explore the moon. Let's have a look. Walk on the surface. Rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit. Return to Kerbin from the surface. Is this next week's one, or can we do this one? Don't know if I'll be able to do it in 20 minutes, to be honest with you. Above. No, not really after that. Take an EVA report on the surface. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. We can do these, right? Look, we get 4 science per thing. Let's go and have a look at where that is. Kerbin. Show me the EVA reports. Is it this one? Yeah, that one. I'm super down for that. But what else we got there? Testing stuff. Really hard to tell what some of these are sometimes. So that's the splashdown ice cap stuff. Okay. There's the quarantine zone for the Highlands that the person wants to go to. Okay, so do we go for the quarantine zone or do we go for the EVA reports? Quarantine or EVA? Quarantine or EVA? I think I'm probably actually going to go up to the quarantine. We should have a craft that can do that. She's not after anything too serious. And then that will give us a nice flight over there. And maybe flight back, hopefully, if my spacecraft, my rockets can deal with it. Engine. Jet engine. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. So go to, because this isn't actually where I want it to be, Space Center, VAB, Space Bang Hangar, missions maybe? Yeah, there we go. So I want this one, Kerbin's Highlands. We're going to have a pilot, we're going to pick up a thing. We need to make a crew report, material study, and atmospheric pressure scan. These are pretty easy things to do. See? Let's watch it happen, shall we? You know, it's easy to do. Let's do it. So, a plane style. Mach 1 non-commercial cockpit. So the plan's still the same for space engine? I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. First episode, we back the ship out and have a look at it. Is this the one who wants to go? Matt Bree. Yeah, Matt Bree, there we go. So we literally just need to take you before they change the pilot, not the pilot, the scientist on me. We need some science. Material, that's not science, this is science. We need a material study. And we need an atmospheric pressure scan, which is this one. And the crew report is nice and easy. Nice. Okay, so do we want to do one of those? I don't know what that's going to come out like, actually. Liquid, no, that's another adapter. Where's the rest of it? I mean, like that, right? That's exactly what we want to do. This is nice, but we're going to use it for something else at some point. I don't know when, but not this. Zero, proper fuel tanks. I'm looking for liquid stage. I'm not sure exactly what I want to build here. If you're not sure, if you're not aware, can we turn this up the other way? No. I was kind of expecting just to slap some jet engine parts together, but I'm not 100% convinced I've got the right ones. I could stick a bunch of those together, but we got a long distance to go. So I wanted to use slightly larger parts, but I'm looking up and down. Maybe we can do this, put that there, and then use the size 2 or whatever this is down here. Does that connect? No, it doesn't. There was a size 1.8 somewhere, right? I'm sure I saw that. Yeah, there we go. Is that right? That's right. Okay, this is going to be horrific. Actually, shall we... Oh no, we can't do it that way. I was about to try and snap off the whole lot and attach that like that. I mean, that's pretty good. Does a cheetah have what we need to give us the... Oh, look at that, nearly 1,000 bells. This is both horrific and amazing at the same time, as most of my builds are, let's be honest. That is very interesting. It's totally the wrong way, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that. I'll take another one of these and put it that way up for your control. What are we doing for the next Patreon thing? I'm not entirely certain. That is not right. That is not right. Well, depends how people feel about more KSP, really. You know me, I could play a lot of KSP. That? I mean, that is quite some craft there. I would be very surprised if it flies. I would be very surprised if it flies. Do I have a canard that I could put on the front? Maybe a winglet. Oh fuck. No, I want something small but steerable. Basic curve winglet. How about this? Oh no, that's too much. Too much. Put some control surfaces on that and then see what it's saying. It's saying that they don't like to sit on the wing. Look at that. What is that? That is outrageous. Okay. Is this gonna fly anywhere close to what we need? Delta wing. Connected tip. What about a small aileron? Does that just stick on the front okay? Yeah, look at that. And then we can pull it back and that's all good. And as the fuel drains, this is sometimes going to be a thing. Yeah, okay, alright, that looks good. That looks good. Now all we need to do is get some landing gear on here that are actually going to, be able to take me where I need to go. Of course, I've got a feeling that the word I'm looking for is that landing gear are going to be not landing gear, that parachutes, landing chutes are going to be a thing. Because, generally, most of my styles need some landing chutes. What's this slanted gear about? Can we just kind of like slap that on there? Do 2 of those? Is that even close to right? I'm not sure. Roughly right. Let's do a quick pull and snap, and hopefully what type of bird is all back and very little beak? No, and beak. Back and beak. What have we got here? This is like a mud wader or a... I don't know what bird it looks like. It's horrific. Whatever. It's not a flamingo. I can't think of what type of bird it's reminding me of. We'll call him Longbill for now. All right, let's just double check who we've got in there. Dogon and Matry, a pilot. Right, I don't see why this shouldn't work. I'm sure there'll be a reason. Are we ready for explosions? I'm ready for explosions. I'm ready for giving up loading screens of death, you know. For the longest time. All I've done is that. Thanks to you, I'm always saying what you were saying when I play Kerbal. Save, launch, boom. It's good way to be fair. Okay, so my landing gear, too far forwards. Also, there is a distinct lack of air inputs. Okay, well, there we go. There's a whole bunch of things that we need to go fix. Revert to spaceplane. To be fair, I mean, Kerbal is a game of trial and error, iterations, going through the whole process several times to make sure you've got everything right, and then discovering what else you forgot. It's, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Aerodynamics come all the way down. Okay, does that look better? Oh no. Can I hit the right button? Okay, that. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it's alright. It's alright. I will put those in there. Oh, look, it almost looks like it's all the same unit now. So when the actual game, when the actual update releases, at the moment all we're getting is like pre-releases. So all I can say is a few weeks. I'm afraid it's not my time scale. It's the thing. Air brakes, Bruno, parachutes. You totally nailed something that I forgot. Air brakes, parachutes. Oh man. Well, let's see if this flies. Let's do a test of flight first. Still my landing gear are too far forwards. All right. Anyway, go. Maybe we can do this whilst dragging our tail. This doesn't bode well for a landing, does it? Yeah, there goes the engine. Oh, everything's gone. I mean, it looks fun. Revert to space plane now. Yeah, all we're doing is making sure this thing gets up in the sky now. Next 10 minutes is just making sure this can fly, and then we'll start next time with it flying. Crazy, hey? So we want to pull this even further back. Wait, where is the center of metal? Why? Why is that overbalancing? Like that, okay. Right, air brakes, definitely a thing. Super about that. Enterprise, the Liang, whatever that one is. We should definitely do some air carrier stuff at some point. Aerodynamics, air brakes. I like to put these here. Small air brakes. What, do I not have regular ones? I want to change to radial, and then I'm going to put times 4, and that should hopefully give me a nice surround to slow those down. And at the same time, I'm then going to go utility parachutes, and we're going to put those at the top of the air brakes, so that way we can stop, hopefully. As long as everything goes alright, we should stop. Okay, so we've gone from nearly 100,000 to a quarter of that, 3/4 of that on the Delta V. Oh, hey, great goat on fire. Welcome to the last 5 minutes of the stream. We're here trying to make things fly. This thing, it's got a bit of a behind to it. Got a bit of a booty, shall we say. The background music is drowning me out. Oh, that I was not aware of. I shall turn that down instant. Settings, music, bam. Get down there. Get out of here. No more music. Music is for weirdos. Okay, we just want to fly, go around, land this thing. Simple as that. Simple as that. Oh, we should have called it like the booty bird, something like that. Any and all problems you have are clearly the fault of Sobek. I agree, clearly. Toggle mode. Let's get that air breathing in to get us off the floor. Okay, we're off the floor. Toggle mode. Whoa, what is going on with this? Is there a way of invert? Deploy direction, invert. Okay, so there appears to be some landing issues. There appears to be some in the air issues. Let's revert to launch. Let's swap over all the all the control systems and make sure it's not trying to steer backwards. Felt like it was trying to steer backwards to me. As soon as the load happens. Oh man. Like, you would have thought that the planets would have been spinning, right? My ESO strikes again, you know it. You know it. Okay, deploy direction, inverted. Let's try that. And these as well. Is that both of them? Okay, let's see if this works out any better for us. Toggle mode, go. Just need to get up to some good speed. Okay, yeah, instantly better. Instantly better. Let's turn off that. Right, so the moment I... Why? Why? Do these also need to be turned inverted? Okay, so maybe the one cheetah doesn't have the oomph to get this moving the way we want it to. I am at full throttle. You know what, I'm tempted to remove these side flaps. There were no survivors. I attempted to get the engine down as quick as possible, but no. Oh, planets is cool. Yeah, that's a cool. I've also been reading a new webcomic. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Oh no, I'm in my in the wrong thing. So in my web browser, I've got a webcomic that I'm reading. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get rid of you. Let's put this the right way round. Right, we go like that, and then somehow we can attach this out like this. I thought it looked cool, but no, we're not allowed it, so fine. It would be boring. Gotten rid of the gravel from the landing strip. Yes, indeed. I thought it'd be a healthy choice all in all. Get a bit more of a tarmac feel rather than, you know, just doing it in my uncle's backyard type feel. Because, you know, my uncle got an airstrip in the back. Yeah, he's not even close. That, and this. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's think about these actually. I mean, we could put tiny ailerons on the side for roll, right? Oh, we've done this before. Why? 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 There we go. And little roll flaps. We'll tidy them up in a second. See if it flies. Yeah, I did. We did wet mode, but I needed to actually swap that out for the Panther to see if that did any better. Yeah, wet mode was great for, you know, just giving it the oomph, but it's not so great for, you know, getting to the other side of the planet. Well, a quarter of the way around the planet. That's what we're doing. I will show you on the map. When we come back, we will... Keep stealing the person. We will be flying from there to there. Keeps stealing my scientist, though, so... Every time I change something. Alright, let's see if this does any better. I would like to be able to take off just like this, but let's toggle mode. Did I do that? Toggle mode again. Oh, well. No, that's not going to count. Let's do that again. Revert to launch. I know I'm not great at jets. I feel like something's going spectacularly wrong with this that doesn't normally. Alright, New takeoff. Toggle mode. Go, go, go. No. Can we get a bit of forward roll on the go? What's wrong right now? Lack of status off. I think not. Don't even understand what's going wrong. Yeah, I don't understand what's going wrong either. Let's just roll this down here. And hopefully getting a little bit of speed up is going to give it the oomph it needs, because that sometimes happens between jet engines, right? My throat is... Yeah, oh wow, I think that probably calls it there, guys. Let's take off with this. Alright, landing gear away. Low. Alright, that time, I don't know what I did wrong, but different, but this time it's flying well. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time, where we're going to try and see how well this spins out when we point it in the wrong direction. Very well, it turns out. We will be trying... Yeah, why? Why? Actually, look at this. I can't point back down there to get any... Whoa, don't kill them all. What is that? I get the first time I pulled round was because I pulled too far. Alright, with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time, where we're going to fly this off to the other side of the planet. Well, I say to the other side of the planet, off to this little navigation node over here. We'll try and do something with Minmus, as we've got quite a wide range of stuff, though there is also the moon mission that we could be doing, and that sounds great as well. So I will see you then, and we're going to do as many of those things as we can get away with in one day. Bye!